So now in this lecture we will be diving more deep with the LINQ, and we will look into where in a more complex way. So we have this code right here, this data source, and it has 10 different integers stored inside it. And what we want to do, we have this sample query right here that gets all the numbers that is greater than 100. So now, if we run this program, notice with me this result. Notice that because we only have two numbers above 100, we will only get these numbers. And even if like we are querying a data source like database XML, we also will get the same results. Now, we can also do much complex queries with the where right here. So let's say that we want the numbers greater than 100 and we want the numbers that if we divide it by 2, or let's say x mod 2 equal 0. This will actually get us the numbers that are even. So if we try this again, we should only see a single value. And if you look here, we only can see a single value because the other value is not even number. We can also make it more complex and use let's say functions inside our code. So now what we want to do, we will come down here, come down here and create this function, and this function return type will be Boolean, and we can call this one is matched. Okay, so instead of us putting a static query right here, we want it to be dynamic and the matching to be done right here. So now we create this function. What we want to do, we want to return a check, and if the value is greater than 10 and the value mod 2 equal 0, we can use also or. So let's use some ors. Let's say that or the value is not under 1, okay, or less than -1. Now what we will do, we will take this function and we just simply need to replace it right here. Pass in the variable, and notice this way will actually make our code much better because we have the condition right here. We can control it. If we do another let's say a query, we can take this function and use it everywhere we want it. So now let's go ahead and run this, and if you notice with me the results, we get these results because they are even numbers and they are like matching the criteria. If we want, we can say let's say we want all the numbers that are less than 100 like this, and I want to remove this condition. So the value need to be greater than 10 or less than 100. And as you notice, we are getting these results which show us that, or get us the values, which is basically all the values because they are matching the condition. Okay, and we have them printed on the screen. Now also, if you notice, since this an enumerable, okay, we can query it a bit. Let's come down here, let's call it query, and we can call the count function, which will actually count for us the values. So let's do that. Let's say element count, and give it this function. I actually want it to be printed first, think first. Okay, and if we run the application, notice now we can get the elements count that is printed on the screen, so we can know that how many results have been returned to us. So this is for the where. In the next lecture we will get more deeper with the group clause.